All right, part 231, railroad 231.23, undirected passenger train cars adaptable to van type semi-trailer use. We are in Title 49 CFR Part 231, Railroad Safety Appliance Standards. On Section 231.23, undirected passenger train cars adaptable to van type semi-trailers. All right, A, handbrakes. 1, number the same as specified for the passenger train cars without end platforms. 2, the location of each of the handbrakes shall be located that it can be safely operated while the car is in motion. A handbrake operation device shall be located on each of the car left of the center. B, the brake, and number 1, number 1 and 1. 2, the dimension not less than 28 inches, the length of the outside not less than 8 inches from the face of the car, except for when the A-frame is used in the extend beyond the end of the car platform. Anti-skid design covering the extending portion of the A-frame. Maybe using the brake step. 3, the manner of application of brake step shall be securely fastened with the car with additional support for the necessary metal braces, having a minimum cross-section area of 3/8 of an inch by 1 1/2 inch. For the equivalent shall be securely fastened to the body of the car is not less than 1 1/2 inches both of the rivets. Sill steps number 2, dimensions. Minimum length of the tread 10 or preferably 12 inches. The minimum cross-sectional area 1 1/2 of the 1 1/2 inches of the equivalent wrought iron, steel, or other metal equivalent. Strength minimum clearance depth. Clear depth of 8 inches. Location 1 on 1 near each of the rear of the trailer of the end of the car on each side, not more than 24 inches from the corner of the car to the center of the tread steps. For the manner of application, same as specified for the passenger train cars without end platforms, end clearance, not part of the car above the end sills except for the brake steps shall extend within 20 inches of the vertical plane parallel with the end of the car passing through the outside edge with any part of the adjoining car. E, side hand holds. 1, the number of the 4 for the 2, the dimension minimum diameter 5/8 of an inch of the wrought with iron steel metal with equivalent strength, minimum clearance length of the 16 inches, preferably 24 inches, minimum clearance for 2, preferably 2 1/2 inches. 3, location horizontal 2 over the H of the sill step. Lower hand hold shall be not less than 24 inches, no more than 30 inches above the center of the lift of line of the coupler. Upper hand hold shall be not less than 15 inches, more than 19 inches above the hand hold. The clearance outer end of the hand hold shall be not more than 8 inches from the end of the car. 4, the manner of the application side hand hold shall be securely fastened with not less than 1/2 inch bolts with not outside with the possible riveted over with not less than 1/2 inch rivets. F, horizontal end hand holds 1, number 7, 7. Dimensions, minimum diameter 5/8 of an inch, wrought iron, steel, or other material equivalent strength, minimum clear length 16 inches, minimum clearance of the 2, preferably 2 1/2 inches. 2 and 2.5 inches. Location, end of the sill, 1 near each of the center of the rear of the trailer, end of the car of the end of the sill, sheeting over the end of the sill, projecting outward, downward clearance for the outer end of the handhold shall be not more than 16 inches from the side of the car. I, lower on 1 near each of the side of the rear of the trailing of the end of the car, not less than 24, no more than 30 inches above the center line of the coupler. 2, upper, 1 near each of the side of the rear of the trailing end of the car, not less than 15 inches more than 19 inches above the lower handholds. Clear outer end of the lower upper handholds shall not be more than 8 inches of the side of the car. Lower end of the upper handholds shall be spaced and coincide with the corresponding side of handhold. The variation of 2 inches of being allowed on front end of the car, but there should be a 1 additional end of handhold. Full length of the car not less than 40 inches, no more than 50 inches above the center line of the coupler. Clearance of each of the handholds shall be not more than 8 inches from the side of the current car. The construction will not permit the use of the single handhold forward with the handholds each not less than 16 inches. Length of the may be used for provided dimension and location coincide. Manner of application, end of the handhold shall be securely fastened with not less than 1/2 inch for the bolts for the nuts outside with the possible riveted over with the not less than 1/2 inch for the rivets. When manner sockets or brackets are located so they cannot be conveniently reached and suitable with the steps and handholds shall be provided with dimensions to reach sockets and brackets. And coupling leverage, each of the car shall be equipped to provide with the means of coupling, uncoupling without the necessity of men going between the cars. Alright, 231.24, box and other house cars with roofs of 16 foot, 10 inches or more above the top of the rail. Alright, handbrakes. Number 1, same as specified for the box or other house cars. 2, the dimensions, same as specified for the box or other house cars. 3, the location, each of the handbrakes should be located, but it can be safely operated from the end of the platform. Each of the brakes shall be located on the end of the car with the left center of not more than 24 inches from the left side of the car. 4, the manner of application, same as specified for the box or other house cars and platforms. 1, number 2, and the 2, the dimension with not less than 10 inches of the length of the full length of the car. 3, the location, 1 on each of the car, not more than 8 inches above the center sill. For the manner of appliance, each of the end platforms should be securely supported with not less than 4 metal brackets of having minimum cross-sectional area of 3/8 of an inch by 1 1/2 inch of equivalent width. This shall be securely fastened to the body of the car with not less than 1/2 of the inch of the bolts and rivet to the outside edge of the end of the platform shall not be less than 6 inches from the vertical plane parallel with the end of the car and passing through the inside of the face of the knuckle clove with the coupler horn against the buffer block of the end of the sill of the cushioning devices is used in a full buff. The end of the platform shall be made with the running board material specified with the box or other house cars. C, the side sill, the sill steps will be the same as specified for the box or other house cars. G, the end of the ladder clearance no part of the car of the end of the sill within 30 inches of the side of the car except the buffer block of the brake shaft of the brake wheel with the platform horizontal handholds with the coupling lever shall extend within 12 inches of the vertical plane of the end of the car passing through the inside of the face of the knuckle when closed with the coupler against the buffer block in the end so with the cushioning device if used with a full buff and no other part of the end of the car fixture and same above the end so other exemptions here noted and that shall be extended beyond the outer face of the buffer block. Alright, E, side handholds, number 16, the dimensions same as specified with the box or other house cars, location horizontal forward near the edge of the end of each side of each car space, not more than 19 inches of the part with the bottom of the handhold, located not more than 21 inches at the top of the tread sill step at the top of the handles coincide with the height and the horizontal platform handhold, the variation 2 inches beyond being allowed to be spacing with the sides handles that should be uniform with the limit of 2 inches of the top handle with the bottom handle with the clearance of the outer edge of the handle so that more than 8 inches from the end of the car. 4. The manner of application same as specified with the box or other house cars except for the bottom of the handhold shall have a foot guard upward projection not less than 2 inches into the height near the inside. F, the horizontal end of the handholds number them 4. Dimensions specified with the box or other house cars in location 1 near each of the end of the side of the end of the outer edge of the platform projecting downward with the clearance outer end not more than 16 inches from the side of the car. Alright, 4. The manner of application same as specified with the box or other house cars. G, the horizontal end of the platform handholds 1, number 2, and 2. The dimension is specified with the horizontal end holds for the box or other house cars except for the shell length shall be extended with the cross of the end of the car. 3. Location extending from the cross of each of the car not less than 48 inches, not more than 60 inches above the tread of the end of the platform with the clearance at the end of not more than 4 inches from the side of the car, supported by extra lug near the center of the handholds. 4. Manner of application same as specified with the horizontal end of the handholds, box or other house cars, the vertical end of the handholds, number 4. 2. The dimension minimum diameter 5/8 of the inch of the wrought iron sealed minimum clearance for the 2 inches, preferably 2 1/2 inches. Location 1 on each side of the end of the car, not more than 4 inches from the side of the extending downward with the horizontal end. Platform handhold within 8 inches above the top tread of the end of the platform. 1 continuous handhold with the 2 with right angle to the 2 right angle handholds make take in place with the 2 specified vertical handholds with the 1 horizontal end platform handhold provided with the dimension and location coincide with the extra leg for the point of the angle center of the provided with the securely fastened car. 4. Manner of application same as specified with the box or other house cars. 1. Uncoupling lever same as specified with the box or other house cars. J. Painting and stenciling 1. The portion of each of the end of the car with more than 15 above the top of the rail shall be painted with the contrasting reflectorized paint. This shall be with the words no running board to the left of the center, excessive heat of the car with the right of the center. 2. Lettering not less than 3 inches of the 1 each for the side near the end of the corner shall be painted yellow rectangular area with a 3/4 of the inch black border with containing the words this car excessive heat height no running board. Lettering not to be less than 1 1/2 inch for the high. When the car is equipped with a center sill underframe with a cushion device having had more than 12 inches longitudinal impact will absorb the travel. The part of the uncoupling device brake pipe is located with the parallel to the exposed end of the center. Sills such as provided with at least 2 inches of the clearance near the coupler, sufficient length to permit the emergency handhold during the air hose coupling operation, and top exposed to the end of the side center sill shall be coated with the anti-skid paint. 231.25 track motor cars, self-propelled four-wheel cars, which can be removed from rails by men. A handbrakes included with operated with the brake. Each of the track motor cars shall be equipped with efficient handbrakes so they're located to be safely operated while the car is in motion. Each of the handbrakes shall be equipped with a ratchet or other suitable device which will provide the means of keeping the brake applied when the car is in motion. B. Handholds. One or more safety-suitable handholds conventionally located shall be provided with each of the handholds should be securely fastened with the car. C. Sill steps and footboards. Each of the track motor car should be equipped with the safety and suitable sill steps with the footboard conventionally located securely fastened to the car when the bed or the deck of the track motor car is more than 24 inches from the top of the rail. Decouplers. When used with the Hall or other cars, each track motor car shall be equipped with a coupler at each end of the where such cars are equipped with provided with a safe and secure attachment which can be coupled and uncoupled without necessity of the men going to between the end of the cars. Alright, your push cars. 231.26 push cars. Handbrake. When used with the transport person, each of the push cars shall be equipped with efficient handbrake and is so located with the safely operated while the car is in motion. B. The handles include the handles. Each of the push cars shall be provided with one or more secure handles. When used with the transport person, each of the push car to be provided with one or more safety suitable handholds conventionally located above the top of the bed of each of the push car. Cell step the footboards. When used with the transportate persons, each of the push cars shall be equipped with a suitable sill step. The footboards conventionally located with the securely fastened to the car when the back of the bed and the deck of the push car is so more than 24 inches above the top of the rail. D. The couplers. When moved together, all the vehicles, each of the push car is equipped with a coupler at each end of the vehicle are equipped with one that provides with the safety secure attachment. Two, which can be coupled and uncoupled without necessity of men going between the ends of the cars. Alright, 231.27. Box and other house cars without roof hatches are placed in service to October 1st, 1966. Handbrake. The handbrake may be efficiently designed that they must be provided with the safe degree of safety as the greatest degree of safety than following the specifications. Number 1, each of the box of the house cars without roof hatches shall be equipped with the efficient vertical wheeled handbrake, which shall be operated with the harmony with the power brake thereof. The handbrake shall be, 2, the handbrake shall may be efficiently designed, must be provided with the total braking force applied with the brake shoes, not less than 2 total force applied with the brake shoes when the brake cylinder is at 50 pounds square inch. 2, the dimension. The brake wheel may be deep with the swallow and malleable iron, wrought iron, steel, or other material equivalent strength. Overall, 2, overall diameter of the brake wheel nominally between 22 inches to 3. The depth of the brake wheel hub shall be 2 and 5/8 of an inch with a square taper, which shall fit with the 2 taper inches and the 12 inches small end of the taper fit 7/8 of an inch. 4. Brake wheel and the drum shall be arranged so that both the result of applying and the gradually releasing the handbrake. Handbrake shall be provided with the means to prevent application with the brake winding with the counterclockwise direction. Alright, 5. The brake shaft shall be arranged with the square fit in its outer edge out of secure. The handbrake shall be set square, shall not be less than 7/8 of an inch of the inch square with the square fit tapered normally 2 of the 12 inches. See the plate A. 6. All chains shall not be less than 9/16 of an inch or BBB coil chain. 7. All handbrake rods shall not be less than 3/4 of an inch diameter. 3. Location of the handbrake shall be located so that it can be safely operated with the horizontal end platform while the car is in motion. 2. The brake shaft should be located at the end of the car left of not less than 17 inches, no more than 22 inches from the center of it, not less than 26 inches, no more than 40 inches from the top of the end of the platform tread. 4. The manner of application, brake shaft will be held in position with the brake shaft and that thread extending end of the brake shaft of the said tread portion shall not be less than 3/4 of an inch of the diameter. Said nut shall be secured riveting over the lock nut suitable covered cotter. Outside edge of the brake rail should be not less than 4 inches from the vertical plane parallel end of the car passing through the inside of the knuckle closed with the coupler horn against the muffler block and sill. Alright, 3. Handbrake housing shall be securely fastened to the car. B. The end platforms 1, number 2. The dimension width not less than 8 inches, not less than 60 inches. 3. The location 1 center each of the end of the car between the inner end of the handholds not more than 8 inches above the top of the center of sills. 4. Manner of application. Each of the platforms securely supported with not less than 3 metal braces with having minimum cross-sectional area 3/8 of an inch, 1 with 1/1/2 inch of the equivalent width shall be securely fastened to the body of the car with not less than 1/2 inch of the bolt and rivets. 2. When the conventional draft gear cushion device of the longitudinal travel less than 6 inches, the use of the outer edge of each of the platforms shall not be less than 12 inches from the vertical plane parallel to the end of the car passing through the inside of the knuckle when closed with the coupler horn against the muffler block where the cushion device has being longitudinal tracks travel 6 inches more than use the outer edge of the platform shall not be less than 6 inches from the vertical plane parallel with the end of the car passing through the inside face of the knuckle when closed when the end cell of the cushion device with the full buff at the end of the platform shall be made of wood and of the material provided with the same as are greater than the safety of the wood of 1 1/8 of an inch thickness when the material other than wood of the tread surface shall be anti-skid design constructed with sufficient open space to permit elimination of snow and ice from the tread surface. To see the sill step number 1, number 4, dimension minimum cross-sectional area 1/2 inch. Sorry, 1/2 by 1 1/2 inches, equivalent to the wrought iron steel. Other material equivalent strength, minimum length of the tread 10, preferably 12 inches. Minimum clearance depth 8 inches. Location on one near each end of the sidecar, so that there shall be no more than 18 inches from the end of the car to the center of the tread to the sill step. 2. The outside of the tread of the step shall be not more than 4 inches of the inside of the face of the side of the car, preferably flush with the side of the car. 3. The tread shall not be more than 24 inches, preferably not more than 22 inches above the top of the tread banner of the application. Sill steps exceeding 21 inches of the depth shall have additional tread. 2. Sill steps securely fastened with not less than 1/2 of the inch bolt on the side when possible, riveted over with not less than 1/2 inch rivets. Alright, D, end of the ladder, appliances, clearance. No part of the car above the end of the sills within 30 inches of the side of the car, except for the buffer, block, brake shaft, the brake wheel, the platform, and horizontal end of the handholds. Uncoupling lever shall extend within 12 inches of the vertical plane parallel end of the with the end of the car passing through the inside face of the knuckle when closed for the coupler horn against the buffer block and end of the sill cushioning device. If you have the full buffer, the other part of the end of the car fixture with some of the above end sill or the exemptions herein noted shall extend beyond the outer face of the buffer block. Alright, side handhold number 16, dimension, minimum diameter 5/8 of an inch of the inch wrought with iron steel, other material equivalent strength, minimum clear level length. 16 inches, preferably 24 inches, minimum clearance 2, preferably 2 1/2 inches. Location, horizontal, 4 near the end, each end and on each side of the car, space but not more than 19 inches of the part with the bottom handhold ladder, located no more than 21 inches of the top of the tread with the sill step at the top of the handle shall coincide with the height of the top end of the handhold. Variation of 2 inches being allowed. Spacing with the side of the handhold shall be uniform with the limit of the 2 inches from the top of the handhold, bottom of the handhold. Clearance for the outer end of the handhold shall not be more than 8 inches of the end of the car. 4. The manner of application side handles shall be securely fastened with not less than 1/2 inch of the bolts when the nuts are outside with the possible riveted over with not less than 1/2 inch of the rivets. Each of the bottom handles shall have the foot guard upward projection not less than 2 inches in height near the inside of the end. Each handhold is number 1 and 16 dimension, minimum diameter 5/8 of an inch of each of an inch. Wire iron steel or other material equivalent strength. Minimum clear length of 16 inches, preferably 24 inches. 3. Minimum clearance 2, preferably or 2 1/2 inches. Location horizontal 4 near and each side and each of the end of the car space and no more than 19 inches of the part at the bottom of the handhold located with the newer than 21 inches of the tread of the sill step at the top of the handhold shall coincide with the height of the width of the end of the platform. Variation of the 2 inches being allowed and clearance outer end of the handhold should not be more than 8 inches from the side of the car. Manner of the application, each of the handholds should be securely fastened with not less than 1/2 of the inch. Bolts outside of them possible riveted over with not less than 1/2 inch bolt. Rivets each of the bottom handholds shall have a foot guard upward projection not less than 2 inches of the height of the near the end of the side. G. The horizontal end of the platform handholds 1 number 2 dimension diameter 5/8 of an inch in raw iron steel or other material equivalent strength. 2. The minimum clearance of 2, preferably 2 1/2 inches. 3. Minimum clearing length of 60 inches with security attachment requires the extra support length. Support leg may be applied with the near center of the car clear length. 3. The location 1 on each within the car above the end of the platform. Outer legs shall not be more than 6 inches. Inner legs for the top of the end of the handholds, height above the tread of the end of the platform, not less than 14.8 and no more than 60 inches. 4. The manner of application end platform shall be securely fastened with not less than 1/2 inches of the bolt and nuts outside when possible riveted over with not less than 1/2 inch rivets. H. Uncoupling levers. 1. Number 2 the dimension handholds. Uncoupling levers except for the shown of the plate B, similar to design, shall be not more than 6 inches from the side of the cars. Uncoupling levers design show the plate B with similar designs shall be conform with the following prescribed limits. Alright, handles should be not more than 12, preferably 9 inches from the side of the car. Center lift arm shall not more than 7 inches from the long. B. The center of the eye of the end of the center lift shall be not more than 3 1/2 inches beyond the center of the eye. Uncoupling pin with the coupler, the horn of the coupler against the buffer of the block end of the sill plate. See plate B. Alright, each of the handles shall extend not more or less than 4 inches of the bottom of the end of the sill shall be constructed as given the minimum clearance for the 2 inches above the, around the handle. Minimum drop handle shall be 12 inches, the maximum of 15 inches overall. See plate B. Handles of uncoupling levers of the rocking and the pushing down type shall not be less than 18 inches. And from the top of the rail with the lock block with a release for the knuckle suitable stop provided with the front inside with the arm flying up in case of the breakage. 3 location. 1 on each side of the car. When the single lever is used, this shall be placed on the left side of the car. Existing box or other house cars with the roof of the hatch. Box or other house cars with the roof of the hatch built with the honor before April 1st, 1966. Under the construction prior to thereto, placed in service to October 1st, 1966, shall be deemed equipped as necessary possible with the intent of statute 231.1 of this section. When the running board of the handholds overside of the end of the side or end of the ladders, end of the ladder tread above the fourth of the tread beyond the bottom of the side sill, and ladders at the end of the A end are removed. Alright, 2. 1 horizontal end platform handle is supplied with each of the end of the car specified with the section, except for the right hand, shall be not more than 8 inches for the side of the car, while in the car of the contour make in practice using signal and continuous handhold that is applied with the equivalent consisting of the 2 or handhold, center handhold to minimum 3 and 30 inches for the clear length of the handhold, right of the minimum 19 inches for the clear length of the extending with the weight within 8 inches for the right side of the car shall be such handhold not more than 12 inches apart and 3. With the handbrake operated near the roof of the car, the brake steps shall be provided with the specified 231.1 with the ladder 1 and 1/2 inches shall be painted with the yellow of the back grid on the side of the sill near B of the end of the car with the 3/4 of the inch black with the border containing the words "keep off the roof, no running board," or with the handbrake operated with approximately level at the top of the end of the sill, roof handholds and the side. And the end of the ladder's tread on fourth of the tread on the bottom of the ladder at the B end of the car shall be removed. The brake step as specified with the statute 231.1 shall be used for the top of the tread with the surface of the B level with not more than 4 inches below the adjacent end of the handhold. Paragraph I-112 of this section shall not apply to the cars equipped with and platforms and platform handholds, painting the marking, boxing, and other house cars with the roof and 16 feet with the 10 inches more below the top of the rail shall be painted with the markings foul with a portion of each of the end of the car more than 15 feet over the top of the rail shall be painted with the contrasting reflectorized paint bear the words excessive height of the car and lettering not less than 3 inches of the height. And on each side of the near and end of the corner shall be painted with otherwise displayed with the yellow rectangular area with 3/4 inch of the black border containing the words "This car excess height" and lettering is not less than 1 1/2 inches of the high. Alright, 231.28, box and other house cars, roof hatches built and placed in service after October 1st, 1966. The specification of 231.27 shall apply with the except of the following. Running board same as specified with the statute 231.1, except for the end of the longitude. Running board shall not be less than 6 inches from the vertical plane, parallel with the end of the car passenger through the inside of the face of the knuckle when closed with the coupler horn against the muffler block insill. B, ladders 1, number 2, 2. Dimension, minimum clearance length of the thread is 16 inches, minimum spacing between the threads is 19 inches. Location 1 on each end of the car, not more than 8 inches from the left-hand side. Manner of application C as specified in the statute 231.1. Roof handles number 2 and 1 over each of the ladder dimensions, same specified as statute 231.1. Location on the roof of the car, 1 parallel on the treads of the ladder, and not less than 8 inches. No more than 15 inches from the edge of the roof, except for the refrigerator cover for the ice and the hatches, prevented the location being near the edge of the roof. 4. The manner of application same as specified in 231.1. End of the handholds tread for the end of the ladders, each of the end of the handholds specified with the statute 231.27. Existing boxes and housing cars with the roof of the hatch of the box or other house car. The roof hatch is built on before April 1st, 1966. Under the construction thereto placed on the surface before October 1st, 1966 shall be deemed equipped as necessary as possible with the intent of the statute 231.1 for the section when equipped as specified in 231.1, except for the one with the side ladder treads above the fourth tread from the bottom of the side of the ladder near A end of the car of the roof handheld over the side of the ladder near A end shall be removed 2 and 1, and platform handles shall be provided with each of the car specified with the statute 231.27I when the handbrake is operated with near the roof of the car with the brake steps shall be provided with the specified with the 231.1 or when the handbrake is operated Approximate level at the top of the end of the sill with the roof handle with over the side of the ladder near the B end of the treads above the fourth tread of the bottom of the side of the ladder near the B end shall be removed from the break-in specified in Statute 231.1 shall be used at the top of the tread surface at the level of the oar near or not more than 4 inches below the adjacent handhold. Alright, 231.29 road locomotives with corner stairways. After September 30th, 1979, the road locomotives with the corner stairway openings must be equipped with an uncoupling mechanism that can be operated safely from the bottom of the stairway operating as well as the ground level, then B with the vertical handholds, horizontal and handholds prescribed in Statute 231.30E and G. No part of the uncoupling mechanism may be extended into the stairway opening of the platform when the mechanism is in normal position. When it is operated, each of the cars shall be equipped with 40% of the road locomotives by October 1st, 1977, 70% by October 1st, 1978, and all the road locomotives by October 1st, 1979. Alright, 231.30, locomotives used in switching surface general requirements except for the steam locomotives equipment provided within Statute 231.16, but this part of the locomotive is used in switching surface built with after March 31st, 1977, and must be equipped with the provided within the section except for the steam locomotives equipment prescribed in 231.16, but this part, all locomotives built in prior April 1st, 1977, used in switching surface after September 30th, 1979, shall be equipped with the provided with the section. Each of the carriers shall be equipped with 40% of such locomotives October 1st, 1977, 70% of October 1st, 1978, and all such locomotives October 1st, 1979. Locomotives without corner stairways openings may not be used to perform any switching service in September 30th, 1979, except for the passenger car switching service at the passenger station. Definition of locomotive used in switching services means the locomotive regularly assigned for the platform perform yard switching services. Switching services means the classification of cars according to the commodity destination assembling of the cars of the train movement, changing the position of the car from the purpose of the loading and unloading, weighing, and the placing of the locomotive of the cars for the repair and storage, moving the rail equipment in connection with the work service that does not constitute road movement. However, the term does not include the movement of the train part of the train with the yard limits for the road locomotive, the placement locomotive of the cars and train removal of the train road locomotive with the in-route train destination. 3. Safety tread surface means for the portion of anti-skid surface with a switching step that is actually contacted by the shoe in the boot. 4. Uncoupling mechanism means the arrangement of the operating with a coupler locker lift included with the uncoupling other appurtenances facilities operating with a coupler. See the switch stepping. 1. Number each of the locomotives used with the switching surface must have 4 switching steps. See plate A. 2. The dimension of each of the switching step must have 1 on the locomotives built with the March 1st, 31st, 1977 a minimum width of 24 inches with the minimum depth of 12 inches except for the necessary to accommodate with the turning of the arc of the six-wheel truck with the imprudency with the inside of the edge of the switching step shall have the minimum width of 17 inches. See plate B. Alright, 2. On locomotives built prior to the April 1st, 1977, minimum width of the 18 inches with the minimum depth of 8 inches. 3. The black backstop, solid perforated, the minimum height and backstop of the 6 inches above the safety tread and surface. 4. The height of not more than 19 inches, preferably 15 inches, measured from the top of the rail to the safety tread surface. 3. Location. Switching steps must be located on each of the side near each of the end of the locomotive using a switch surface. The bottom step of the stairway at these locations must also serve the switching step if it meets all the requirements of the section. 4. Manner of application. Switching step must be supported by the bracket. Each of the end of the fastener of the bracket. 2 bolts and rivets of at least 1/2 of the diameter by the weldment of at least twice the strength of the bolted attachment. 2. Vertical clearance must be unobstructed except for the minor intrusions created by the mechanical fasteners in a small triangular gosset placed at platform level walkway for use for at least distance of 84 inches over a portion of the sweeping step that is not less than 7 inches deep and 18 inches wide and locomotive built prior to the April 1st, 1977, not less than 7 inches by the deep by the 24 inches wide and locomotive built after the April 31st, 1977. Alright, 5. Material. 1. Steel, other materials equivalent, better strength and deflection characteristics of anti-skid safety design having at least 50% of the tread surface of the open space may be used. When the step material creates a second level safety tread surface, the maximum difference in the surface levels may not exceed 3/8 of an inch of the 3. The safety tread surface must extend within 1/2 inch of the edge of the step. 6. Visibility. The outer edge of the switching step that is not illuminated must be painted with the contrasting color on the locomotives built after the March 31st, 1977. The switching step shall be illuminated at multiple unit locomotives consistent with switch surfaces only with the front switching step of the leading unit, rear switching step of the trailing unit must be illuminated. D. End of the footboards and pilot steps, except for the steam locomotives equipped with the provided within Statute 231-16, locomotives used with the switching surface built after March 31st, 1975, may not be equipped with the end of the footboards with a pilot step. Except for the steam locomotives equipped with provided with the Statute 231-16, locomotives used with the switching surface built before April 1st, 1975, may not be equipped with the end of the footboards and pilot steps on September 30th, 1978. Whenever the end of the footboards and pilot steps are removed from the locomotive, the uncoupler mechanism, horizontal end of the handholds of the locomotive must be modified to comply with the paragraphs F and G of this section. Alright, vertical handholds. Each of the switching step must be provided with 2 vertical handholds and handrails, 1 on each side of the switching step of the stairway. 1 on the locomotives built after March 31st, 1979. Each vertical handheld must be constructed in wrought iron, steel, and other material equivalent in strength and durability, at least 1 inch of the diameter, securely fastened with the locomotive with 1/2 of the inch of the larger bolts and rivets beginning not less than 6 inches, but not more than 32 inches. Above the safety tread of the switching step of the units within the snowplows, each of the must be being not more than 36 inches above the safety tread of the surface switching step, except upward with the switching step surface left at least 48 inches. 4. Being painted contrasting color height of the least of 48 inches above the safety tread surface of the switching step, and provide at least 2 1/2 inches of the usable hand clearance throughout its entire length. 2. On locomotives built after April 1st, 1977, each vertical handheld must be constructed with a wrought iron, steel, other material equivalent in strength and durability, at least 7/8 of an inch in diameter, securely fastened with 1/2 inch large bolt rivets, being not less than 5 inches or more, no more than 32 inches above the safety tread surface on the units having with high snowplow. Each must begin with no more than 36 inches above the safety tread surfaces. 3. Extended upward with the safety tread surface of the switching step at least 48 inches. 4. Being painted with the contrast color and height of at least 48 inches above the safety tread surface of the switching step. And 5. Be at least 2 1/2 inches of the usable hand surface clearance of the entire length. 5. Uncoupling mechanism. Each of the locomotive used with the switching surface must be operating with the uncoupling mechanism safely around from the switching step as well as from the ground level. No part of the uncoupling mechanism may be extended with the switching part in the stairway opening and platform area when the mechanism is normal position. When it is operated, see plate A. Horizontal handholds. The locomotive using switching surface must have at least 4 horizontal handholds. Each horizontal handhold must be constructed of wrought iron, steel, other material equivalent in strength, durability, at least 5/8 of an inch in diameter, to be securely fastened with the locomotive 1/2 inch or larger bolts or rivets. 2. Be located not less than 30 inches, no more than 50 inches above the top of the rail, where its outer end no more than 16 inches from the side of the locomotive or on to the units of a high snow plow that makes normal handhold location inaccessible. Each handhold shall be located on top of the plow blade, with the center of the handhold not more than 53 inches above the top of the rail, and be in line with the slope of the plow blade. Be at least 14 inches of the long, and 4. Provide at least 2 inches, preferably in 2 1/2 inches of in use of hand clearance throughout the entire length. 2. Uncoupling lever may be used to strip its horizontal handhold in and complies with the requirements of this paragraph. When the uncoupling lever also serves horizontal end handhold, is considered securely fastened, and securement brackets are attached to the locomotive by 1/2 of an inch or larger bolt rivets, and its movements between those brackets are limited rotation necessary for the performance uncoupling function. Alright, this shows the stairways, the backstop, the clearance, the stairway. We've been talking about your safety appliances, basically your steps and your handrails. Alright, this shows the switching step, showing the inside relief of the clearance from the 6-wheel truck. Alright.